So Periyone is sung by the same singer in all the languages. The track that you saw the video featuring Rahman sir is sung by the same singer Jitin in all the languages because we thought we understand that it might not be perfect in terms of slang, but his voice had so much of import in it when he sang the original that Rahman sir was keen that that he will be the one singing all the languages. And regarding the dubbing, I'm not sure because there are a lot of characters in the film, and I'm not sure who all have dubbed. Yeah.
How many transformation you went through?
Um, so the way we approached the film and the transformation for the character is we decided that I will put on a lot of weight first, so that eventually when I lose weight, the difference will be very stark. So I put on a lot of weight for the beginning portions of the film. It was fun. I ate a lot and became like quite heavy, as you can see in the Kerala portions. And then we went to Jordan and we shot the portions where he's initially reaching the desert with the same. I was quite heavy at that time. Then we stopped shoot for about 7 to 8 months, and I started my process of transformation. I lost 31 kilos actually. The that that version of me you will see in the film only because we didn't want to like give out stills or anything before. So there's a scene in the film where the character finally shows his body, and you will see how I looked. Uh, and unfortunately, what happened was it was while filming those portions that the lockdown happened, and so then the shoot was stopped for almost 1.5 to 2 years. Finally, when we were regrouping, I had to do the entire transformation process once more. So I lost weight again. We went back to Algeria, and we uh, shot whatever was needed to shoot, that we needed to shoot. But in terms of stages, you will see three different stages of the character in terms of his physical transformation also, which is his portions in Kerala and the initial portions in the desert where he comes there and he realizes that he's stuck. Then you see this character a few months later, where he's beginning to change. He's lost a bit of weight, his hair and beard have started growing out. Then you meet him 3 years later, where he's completely transformed, and you know his body, his physicality, his mannerisms, body language, everything has changed. So there are these three stages to the character. So once I started the process of the transformation, I did not do other films. I don't know if you know of a film called Ayyappanam Koshim, which is fairly popular outside of Kerala also. So I finished the shooting of Ayyappanam Koshim and I stopped everything. And then for a few months, I only concentrated on the transformation for Adajeevitham. But then when the lockdown happened and we had to stop shoot, unfortunately, it was quite a scary time for us because we did not know how long, and none of us knew how long the pandemic would last or when we can resume shooting. So we came back and I started doing other films. But if you notice all the films that I've done during that period, like Janaganamana and all that, I'm very thin in those films because I did not want to let go and gain all the weight back because I knew at some point I would have to come back to the Adajeevitham shape. So it wasn't easy. I'm not claiming it was easy. It was quite a tough period in my life. But in the back of my mind, I knew that I'm doing it for a very special film and an even more special character. So yeah, I mean, no regrets. I am very proud of what we have been able to achieve, and I'm very proud of the fact that I gave this film my all. You know, it's a really big effort from all of us, including myself.
All the best.
So, Kirti here from Vistara News. Here, sir.
Hi.
Hi, sir. Cutting down of 31 kgs and the transformation, how did your family and friends react to it? And what was your diet chart? How was it?
Yeah. For the first part of your question, my family and friends did not like it at all, obviously, because I wasn't looking good. It wasn't like a nice weight loss, you know. I wasn't looking good. And my mother at one point called Blessy sir and told him, please tell him to stop. But Blessy sir never asked me to stop also, okay. Uh, so yeah, I mean, idea behind the transformation, we never kept a goal that, okay, these many kilos or anything. The idea was I lose as much as I can. And to be honest, I surprised myself. I didn't expect that I would be able to achieve what I eventually was able to achieve. Regarding the diet, see, usually when I've also gone through transformations physically for many films, and usually it's like either you lose a bit of weight or you go to the gym and you put on muscle and you six pack and all that. That I've also done. But here, what you're trying to achieve is the physicality of a man who was starving, who did not have access to enough food. And unfortunately, the only way to achieve that is to starve. And my transformation was largely based on literally that, starving, which meant I was fasting. And there were times when I was doing 72-hour fast, like fasting for 3 days and sometimes 2 days. So it was largely based on fasting, and I just for a long while stopped lifting weights and all that. It wasn't a good feeling. I was feeling my weakest. I was not feeling good inside of me. But when I see the film, everything seems worth it. So there was actually no diet involved. It was just not having anything, not eating anything. Yeah.
Industry. In the Kannada industry, which is the celebrity that you are close for and your heart goes for them? Any words for that?
Who am I close to?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Prashant Neel is a celebrity, no? Then it's him.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
So you said that you have dubbed in Kannada. How difficult was it to capture original aesthetic language?
That you should tell me when you hear my Kannada, because I think I'm blessed with an affinity for languages. I'd be modest enough to claim that much. I think when I listen to someone speaking a language, I'm able to reciprocate and reproduce, if I have the lines with me. But this is not the first time I've dubbed in Kannada. I dubbed for Salar also in Kannada. My take as an actor is that your voice and the way your voice lends itself to the lines you speak form a large part of your performance. And I feel a little uncomfortable letting go of that control and letting someone else perform that part of it for me. I feel a bit uncomfortable for that. And I also noticed one thing that whenever actors attempt dubbing in multiple languages, they usually dub in their home language, which in my case is Malayalam, and most times it's usually Tamil and Hindi, or maybe Tamil, Hindi, and maybe Telugu. I think very few people have attempted to dub in Kannada outside of Kannada. I think maybe the language is tough. Maybe, I don't know. So for Salar, the first thing I told Prashant when he narrated the film to me is that I want to dub in all 5 languages. And the first question he asked me is, Kannada also? I said, yes, Kannada also. And I was very keen that I want to dub in Kannada. And I'm fully aware of the fact that my Kannada is not perfect. But I'm also aware that you are an intelligent audience. You will know that it's a Malayali actor attempting to dub in Kannada, and you will forgive me for the mistakes I make.